Is the flap on your holster snapped or unsnapped, my Confederate friend?
Snapped, my Yankee friend.
Well, then I guess I'm his pigeon.
The Undefeated is a film that blends the grit of the American West with the drama of a divided nation healing after the Civil War. Released in 1969, it brought together two Hollywood icons, John Wayne and Rock Hudson. On screen, they played former enemies, one Union, one Confederate, who were forced to work together for survival. But behind the scenes, their dynamic was just as fascinating. Wayne, a symbol of conservative all-American masculinity, was known for his blunt, often controversial views, while Hudson, a suave leading man, quietly lived a closeted life in an industry hostile to gay actors. How these two men from opposite worlds came together to create a film about reconciliation is as compelling as the movie itself. Set in the aftermath of the Civil War, The Undefeated tells the story of two groups of Americans on parallel journeys to Mexico. John Wayne plays Union Colonel John Henry Thomas, who resigns from the military after the war and leads his men west to round up wild horses and sell them to the Mexican government. On the other side, Rock Hudson's Colonel James Langdon, a proud Southern aristocrat, gathers what's left of his community to escape to Mexico, hoping to find refuge under Emperor Maximilian. The two groups clash, but eventually join forces, fending off bandits and surviving a series of hardships. The film's grand theme of reconciliation mirrors the growing respect between its two leads, who, despite their differences, developed a surprising friendship during production. The story was loosely inspired by the real-life exploits of Confederate General Joseph Orville Shelby, who fled to Mexico with his soldiers after the war. The historical connection gave the film a sense of authenticity, but the filmmakers took liberties weaving in romance, humor, and large-scale action sequences. One subplot involves Blue Boy, Thomas's adopted Cherokee son, who falls in love with Langdon's daughter Charlotte, sparking tension within the Confederate group. While the script tackles themes of unity, some critics felt it leaned too heavily on sentimentality. Still, the sweeping landscapes, epic battles, and camaraderie among the cast made The Undefeated a Western with heart. The film's production was just as ambitious as its storyline. Directed by Andrew V. McLaglen, a veteran of Westerns, it was filmed on location in Mexico's Sierra de Organos National Park. The remote, rugged landscape provided stunning backdrops but came with challenges. One of the most difficult sequences involved wrangling 3,000 wild horses for a massive stampede. According to cinematographer William H. Clothier, 60 horses escaped during filming, creating chaos on set. At over $7 million, the film's budget exceeded that of many contemporaries, including Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. John Wayne, still riding high from his Oscar-winning performance in True Grit, faced physical setbacks during the shoot. Early on, he fell from his horse, breaking 3 ribs. Later, he tore a ligament in his shoulder, leaving him unable to use one arm for the remainder of the production. Despite the pain, Wayne pushed through, often filming scenes with creative camera angles to disguise his injuries. His resilience earned admiration from the cast and crew, with Rock Hudson later describing Wayne as the ultimate professional. Hudson's involvement in the film came almost by accident. The role of Colonel Langdon was originally offered to James Arness, who dropped out just before filming. Wayne personally recommended Hudson, appreciating his height, 6'4", and polished demeanor. While Hudson's career had hit a rough patch, with several box office flops in the years leading up to The Undefeated, his presence added sophistication to the film. The unlikely pairing of Wayne and Hudson could have resulted in tension, but the two actors quickly bonded over their mutual professionalism and shared love of chess and bridge. Wayne even joked that he wished he'd been born with Hudson's movie star looks. For Hudson, the production presented unique challenges beyond the physical demands of the role. By 1969, his homosexuality was an open secret in Hollywood, but carefully hidden from the public. Reports suggest that Hudson was asked not to bring his partner to the set in Mexico, a reflection of the era's prejudice against gay actors. Despite this, Hudson maintained a charming, easygoing persona on set, winning over both Wayne and the crew. While Wayne was known for his conservative views, he reportedly admired Hudson's work ethic and never let personal politics interfere with their working relationship. Their friendship became one of the film's enduring legacies, a testament to the unexpected connections that can form even in divided times. Rock Hudson's personal story adds another layer of depth to the making of The Undefeated. Born Roy Scherer Jr. in Winnetka, Illinois in 1925, Hudson's journey to Hollywood stardom was anything but easy. He endured a difficult childhood with an absent father and an abusive stepfather. After serving in the Navy during World War II, he moved to Los Angeles, where he was discovered by talent agent Henry Wilson. Wilson, known for crafting the careers of matinee idols, gave Hudson his screen name and carefully managed his image. Throughout the 1950s and 1960s, Hudson became one of Hollywood's most bankable stars, appearing in hits like Giant and Pillow Talk. On screen, he was the epitome of masculinity, charming audiences with his good looks and charisma. Off screen, however, Hudson was forced to hide his sexuality to maintain his career. He even entered into a brief marriage with Wilson's secretary, Phyllis Gates, as a way to silence rumors about his personal life. The pressure of living a double life took its toll, but Hudson's close friends later described him as warm, funny, and deeply loyal. By the time he joined the cast of The Undefeated, Hudson's career had cooled. A string of box office flops had dented his star power, and he was transitioning toward television work. Yet, the film gave him a chance to shine in a genre he hadn't explored much before. Despite calling the movie crap in a later interview, Hudson admitted to cherishing the friendships he formed during production, particularly with Wayne. His performance as Colonel Langdon brought a touch of charm and dignity to the role, even as critics noted the film's uneven script. Hudson's legacy took on new meaning in 1985 when he became the first major celebrity to publicly acknowledge an AIDS diagnosis. His death later that year, at age 59, helped bring awareness to the epidemic, making him a reluctant but powerful advocate for LGBTQ's visibility. For audiences today, his work in films like The Undefeated serves as a reminder of the complexities behind Hollywood's golden age stars. The title The Undefeated resonates on multiple levels. On the surface, it refers to the resilience of its characters, Union and Confederate soldiers who refused to let the scars of war define them. But it also reflects the personal journeys of Wayne and Hudson. For Wayne, it symbolized his unwavering dedication to his craft, even in the face of physical pain. For Hudson, it represented his ability to thrive in an industry that demanded he hide his true self. Together, their performances and their unexpected friendship turned The Undefeated into more than just another Western. It became a story about unity, perseverance, and the ways we can find common ground despite our differences. Now it's time to hear from you. What do you think about the chemistry between John Wayne and Rock Hudson? Does their friendship make the movie's themes of reconciliation even more powerful? Let us know in the comments below.